Hello, Libras, and welcome to your 2025 yearly horoscope. Now, here, as we begin the year, Mars, the planet of action, drive, courage, motivation, is still retrograde in Leo, but on the 6th, 7th of the year, it will move into Cancer, water sign Cancer, your 10th house. So, with Mars being retrograde, usually we might lack motivation to move forward to reach a certain goal or a certain objective. And with Mars retrograde in your 10th house, this is connected to your outside world, your career, your professional life, or perhaps your retirement. This is a great chance for taking a closer look at what is working and what isn't, and what new ideas you can implement once Mars retrograde is over in order to find more fulfillment in this area of your life. So you might feel slightly demotivated. You might see that things maybe are moving on at a slower pace, but that's okay. It's just a phase. It's temporary. It's a chance for you to revisit, review, reassess, reconnect maybe with people that perhaps you used to work with from the past, especially if you're looking for new opportunities. Now, on the 29th, the nodes will move into brand new signs, Pisces and Virgo. So this is your 6th and the 12th house. So we've already had one eclipse in Pisces in September, which activated your area of everyday life, everyday routine. And then in 2025, we've got more eclipses, but they will activate, stimulate, emphasize, trigger these areas of your life more substantially. So here, lifestyle changes, work-related changes, changes to your routine, habits, daily life are on the horizon, without a doubt. But at the same time, this is also connected to your opportunity to move away from some unhealthy habits, routines, addictions. Now, the eclipses in Virgo, which will be in March and September, they might disturb your sleeping pattern, sleeping routine. If this is the case, you might find it helpful if you implement some useful methods or techniques that could help you to sleep well, like as I mentioned in the previous videos, pink or white noise, or Bach remedy, or perhaps lavender mist, so a little spray on your cushion, for example, since the 12th house is connected to our sleep, our dreams as well. So these are the nodes. So this is the influence for the 18 months following the 29th of January 2025. So you will be reinventing your routine, your lifestyle, and how you work is likely to change as well, whether because you're changing jobs, whether because how you work is undergoing a shift, whatever it is here. This is generally about simplifying your life, simplifying your routine, make it healthier, make it more balanced, especially after Saturn's entry to Pisces. You might have gone through a lot of trouble and exhaustion even in your daily life. So here, these eclipses and the nodal influences are here to help you to find more happiness, fulfillment, balance in these areas of your life. And we will have the very final eclipse on Aries and Libra axis in March, a solar eclipse in Aries. So here, that's your 7th house. So a brand new chapter in your one-to-one area, one-to-one connections, one-to-one relationships and partnerships. So here, with the North Node being activated, this could be related to a new connection, a relationship, a contract, depending on your circumstance, or a new client, or maybe a coach or a mentor entering your life, helping you with a certain goal idea. But this is something of a rather significant nature, something that will influence your life for quite some time, whether this is a partnership, a relationship, or a contract. All right. So we've got Venus retrograde this year as well. Venus will be retrograde in the 7th house, in your area of relationships, one-to-one connections, and also in your area of Pisces, your everyday routine, everyday life, your lifestyle. So Venus retrograde in Aries can bring a little bit of disruption into your one-to-one connections. So you'll be reassessing your relationships, your partnership, especially whatever isn't working might become more apparent, more visible during this time, giving you an opportunity for a resolution. and for solving any problems that emerge around this time. But at the same time, this could be when ex-romantic partners might reappear in your life, might get back in touch with you as well. And here again, maybe this is a chance to give this connection another chance. Maybe this is a chance to completely end this connection. Right, now Mercury retrograde this year, mostly in fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So that will be your 7th house. That will be also your 11th house and your 3rd house. So generally throughout the year, you will be reassessing your connection with other people, your communication style, how you relate to others, your social circle, certain friendships as well. This could be about some connections moving away from your life. Maybe a different connection will come up as a result here as you open space for new opportunities to come your way. But here, I think you'll go through lots of important realizations in 2025 that will make you realize who is your true friend, who are your people, who you want in your life, and who doesn't belong in your life, who brings positivity into your life and who doesn't. So this sort of dynamics, this sort of thoughts, realizations will be present and will appear or keep appearing through your thoughts, through your dreams, through some important conversations, realizations as well. Right, now we've got also a few important shifts when it comes to the planetary changes and transits. First of all, Neptune will move into Aries on March the 30th until October the 22nd. So during this time, we will get a little taste of what Neptune and Aries transit will bring to you between 2026 and 2039 more substantially. So it's a really long transit. In 2025, we just get a little taste, and this is your relationships, your partnerships. As you can see, this year is there's a lot happening in your area of relationships, connections. So for those who are single, this is definitely a chance for when you might actually crave a commitment, a serious commitment. For those who are already in relationships, here this could be about a new chapter, new phase, new plans, objectives with your partner, perhaps new contracts, partnerships, business partnerships. This is all very much the case. And here, simultaneously, Saturn will also move into this area of your life between May the 25th and September the 1st. So we've got both influences here. Neptune will be until the 2nd degree of Aries and Saturn until the 1st. Saturn and Neptune represent very different energies, and Saturn will only stay here for 2.5 to 3 years, whilst Neptune will stay here for around 15 years, more or less. So maybe like 13, 14 years. So with Saturn in the 7th house, Saturn can play out in very different ways. On the one hand, Saturn can make you crave a solid, long-lasting, stable commitment. With Saturn in the 7th house, you don't want anything that's superficial, of a superficial nature. You seek serious and realistic and real connections. And here with Saturn also, Saturn for those who are in a currently in relationship, it is a testing time very often, which brings lots of important lessons, and it can really, really strengthen the relationship, but also sometimes the relationship breaks, especially those ones that are rocky or perhaps are already on the wrong path. So Saturn is just like a final drop, so to speak, because with Saturn, one can also distance themselves unintentionally even from their partner or vice versa. So there's a little bit of that cold and distant energy here when Saturn is here. And at the same time, very often here, as I said, lessons and that Saturn brings are connected to things that were often overlooked or unresolved in the past. Suddenly they come up to the surface and you need to deal with them, you need to resolve them. And if you don't have the strength, the motivation, then here things might get quite difficult, quite challenging. But here, this is generally a chance to clear the air, clear the negative energy, and move into a healthy future together, mutual future. At the same time, you might be also making important mutual plans connected to your life stability. For example, while Neptune brings very different energies, because Neptune can bring confusion, delusion. You don't know where you stand. You don't know where you're heading with your relationship. This is also connected to inability to set clear boundaries, healthy boundaries. So I think one of the important lessons here for Libras will be setting clear boundaries and healthy boundaries with others in order to avoid any disappointment, because here with that Libra energy, very often it might be difficult to say no to others, and it might be difficult to stand your ground. And then with Neptune coming here, Neptune will test your ability to set clear boundaries with others. So there will be definitely lessons connected to these. So I think it's important to be realistic about your expectations with this transit, about your expectations towards others as well. And I think it's important to be authentic and clear in communication. Now, we will explore it further closer to the day as well, because I've got this amazing book here, which I will definitely I'm currently reading this book, and I will definitely give you more guidance, more information. But, here, at the same time with Neptune in the 7th house, you attract people who are artistic, spiritual, different kind of individuals as well. So it's really interesting how it will play out in your life, depending on your circumstances, of course, life phase, and etc. But we also have Uranus moving into Gemini on July the 7th until November the 8th. So Gemini, that's your 9th house, Uranus in Gemini. And at the same time, Jupiter is moving into Cancer on June the 9th until June the 30th, 2026. So here with Jupiter in the 10th house, here Jupiter can really bring some interesting opportunities connected to professional growth and development. This is generally your chance to move forward, but at the same time, stay grounded in the reality and be realistic about your expectations, because with Jupiter, sometimes we are over optimistic, or we overextend ourselves, or we are too eager to take risks when it's not needed. So especially pay attention to the moments when Jupiter will square your ascendant and your descendant, because this is when you're most prone to take unnecessary risks. But overall, here is we also connected to working abroad, teaching, working for an international organization, or perhaps traveling for work as well, working with foreign people, or perhaps receiving some opportunities of expansive nature, or setting up a project or a podcast that will serve a global audience. Now, with Uranus in Gemini, here again, it's just a little taste in 2025. It will be more prominent in 2026, but with Jupiter, with Uranus in the 9th house, this is connected to having unusual experiences while traveling. This is about going to unusual places that you have never thought you would go to. So overall, I think you'll be attracted to unique, eccentric, original destinations. This is when your mindset will shift, your life philosophy. Maybe this is also about your beliefs, religious beliefs might also shift completely. You might become attracted to very different books or movies, or you might start learning a new language, something very different, unique, original, eccentric. So lots of really interesting energy, but this is about undergoing this major shift connected to changes to your worldviews, how you see the world, how you connect with others on a global scale, your life philosophy, your beliefs. I think this is about this undergoing these huge shifts that actually others who know you very well might think, oh my goodness, you're going through some big changes on a deeper personal level, subconscious level even. But at the same time, Uranus in Gemini will connect really nice with your Libra ascendant. So I think you will be reinventing yourself throughout the duration of this transit. Out here again, we'll explore it further when the time comes. In the meantime, have a fantastic year, productive, and I'll see you soon.